Hi everybody, it's Keith Scott from Bryan Adams. Lovely Toronto in July. Here on behalf of Boss Pedals. Well, first of all, I met Bryan Adams, coincidentally enough, in Toronto in 1976, which that would be 40 years ago. Subsequently, about 5 years later, he got a hold of me and told me he just made a record in New York with Bob Clearmountain called You Want It, You Got It, and he was looking for a touring band to go promote it, and that's when I got on board. And our first show was in Vancouver on October 2nd. Tiny little show in a legendary venue called the Commodore. My favorite song I've ever worked with Bryan on is Into the Fire, and I thought that was, it's just so much feeling going on in that song for me personally, and our biggest reaction from the crowd is probably Summer '69, so that's always quite rewarding when you're performing.
Where did you get this beauty?
I found this in Los Angeles. It's a 1963.
Okay.
It's mostly original, save I refretted it at the time. It's basically stock. I took the middle pickup out and replaced it with a negative wind, similar style pickup, so that I can do a 5-way thing and roll, and it becomes a humbucking situation because we have so much in the lighting rig. It creates havoc with hum. So that basically eliminates most of that. I run a floating bridge. So there's no trickery there. I have set up the nut, so there's a lot of flexibility. It stays in tune pretty good, and I rely on my never-failing Boss tuners constantly all night. I've also been using Boss pedals since I started playing professionally. I think the first thing I ever bought in the 80s was a chorus pedal, the CE1, I guess, in those days. And we used the delays, the DDLs, the DD1s. We used the compressor. I have the distortion pedals. We like the T-Wah, and I have a DD5. We've been using these kind of pedals for many, many, many years, and they have a classic sound. They're reliable, and they definitely suit our kind of music when we're performing. So, all thanks to Boss. It's been a great product, and we love it.